Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to give you what I feel are my top 10 picks for the best slipcovers on Blu-ray and 4K. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. You can also find me over Twitter and Instagram at Movie Guy 365, as well as over at the Disney Magic Hour podcast. I will leave a link for that in the description. All right, so 2019 is coming to an end, so it's time to start talking about the top 10 lists. And my first one I'm going to be talking about are the Blu-ray and 4K edition slipcovers. Now, this is not going to be including any steelbooks. I'm going to be doing a separate steelbook video, so look out for that one in the next few days. And I'm just going to be talking about all the movies that came out in 2019 as far as releases go, not necessarily when they were released in theaters. So these are everything that was made available on physical media in 2019. Now, there's going to be a little mixture of Blu-ray and 4Ks, but also keep in mind, since it's going to be primarily 4K covers, and that's usually what I collect, that the actual Blu-ray cover is pretty much going to be the same. So for a lot of these, the Blu-ray and the 4K will have the same cover. I obviously just get the 4K edition. So if any of these interest you, can readily find them out in the retailers nearest you. So, all right, let's jump into this. And I'm excited to talk about the list. My number 10 is going to be The Peanut Butter Falcon. I enjoy the movie quite a bit. I think it has a very nice cover. I could do without all the little blurbs, and definitely could do without the Rotten Tomatoes score. But I think overall, if you look at the image itself, it's really kind of a beautiful looking image. It's also a wonderful movie. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, I highly recommend you do so. And it's a good cover overall. My number 9 is going to be Overlord. Now, this is going to be strictly the 4K edition. The Blu-ray edition got something else. So I just like the simplicity of the cover. It's just white, a little bit of blood splatter, and the lettering. There isn't a lot of obnoxious other kind of details on the cover. So it really works for me. I enjoy how it looks overall. And I think this is one you definitely want to get on the 4K if you can. And as far as my number 8 goes, that's going to be Crawl. That one was another good movie. I was very kind of just unexpected to enjoy that one as much as I did. And they pretty much used the poster art for this one, which I always am a big fan of. When sometimes they make weird choices when putting cover art on these physical releases. We've seen plenty of those this year. But yeah, I think overall it's a really nice artwork and it's an enjoyable movie. If you haven't checked it out, absolutely recommend you do so. My number 7 is going to be one of my favorite movies of 2019, and that's going to be Brightburn. I love this poster art a lot, and I'm glad they used it for the 4K physical release, and I believe the Blu-ray release also has the same artwork. And I would like to get an actual poster for this one at some point when I move into a bigger house and get a little bit more wall space. I would like a poster of this. I enjoyed the movie quite a bit. I think it was marketed horribly. They really should have played up more of the evil superhero angle and less of the horror. And the horror aspect is minimal, if anything. It's a bit gory, but yeah, no, the movie itself, or as far as the disc itself, I like this cover art. As you can see, there's a few dings and nicks on this one. I had to exchange this one twice, and I still got a bad slipcover. It just wasn't meant to be, apparently. But yeah, because I'm a big believer on keeping those slipcovers nice. So maybe I'll hunt one down, another one down one day. Just I kept going back and forth with the damage. So, but I enjoy the cover art. I think it's really cool, and it conveys the dread of the movie. My number 6 is going to be Shaft. Now this one is going to be 4K specific. As far as Shaft goes, like on the DVD cover, it's like, I believe it's a white background. The Blu-ray is blue, and then with the 4K, which is only currently available at Best Buy, is that nice little sunset hue to it. And I really dig the cover. It's simple. It has the 3 of them standing there, but just somehow I'm just drawn to just the contrast of how it looks. I think it's a good looking cover. It's pretty awesome. And it's, as I mentioned, only currently available over at Best Buy, but I believe that's a timed release. Eventually this will be available to every other retailer. My number 5 is going to be Scarface. Look, we've seen this poster many a times. I believe DVD, Blu-ray, on all the releases that this movie has had. This absolutely is just like, we've seen this cover art before. But something about the gold and the black just contrasts so nicely together. I think it's worth one of the best slipcovers of 2019, in my opinion. And it's also a gorgeous looking 4K if you haven't had the chance to check that one out. My number 4 is going to be Batman Hush. This is one of the animated films that came out this year. While I wasn't a huge fan of the changes that they made, I felt a lot of it didn't work and it was just change for the sake of change. The cover art is Jim Lee. I'm a huge fan of Jim Lee's cover art, and I think it's just it really holds up very well. And I've been a big fan ever since his early X-Men days, and now he's over at DC. But I like the artwork. I think it really works, and it's just a good-looking image. My number 3 is going to be the Scorpion King. This one, I don't know. I love the coloring. I love the contrast. Everything about this cover just works. It's a beautiful looking image, and I would give an honorable mention to the Mummy collection. I think that one also looks really, really nice, but I believe that actually came out in last year, if I'm not mistaken. But the Scorpion King absolutely did come out this year, and it's a beautiful looking image. I love just the desert golds and the black. Once again, Universal did a great job. They did the Scarface one, so I think they know what they're doing. I think they put a little more care into their artwork. And I love the movie. It's cheesy popcorn, but it just really works for me. My number 2 is going to be another animated film, Batman versus the TMNT. Oh, I loved it. I think it was one of the better animated DC films of 2019. It works. It's corny, but it has some charm to it. It's Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What's not to love about it? I also really enjoy the embossing on this one. And just overall, it's a beautiful looking artwork. I'm a big fan of it. Just all around a great looking disc. And my number 1 is going to be Shadow. No doubt in my mind, when I saw this release and what the cover art looked like, I was amazed. And this easily is my number 1 of 2019. It's a gorgeous looking movie. It's just good, just ancient, just China fighting, and it's a great movie. Check it out. I can't recommend that one enough. And it's a beautiful looking just artwork overall. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that is my top 10 slipcovers of Blu-ray and 4K for 2019. Let me know in the comments below what your top 10 slipcovers were and share them in the comments. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.